Why, hello there, fellow tribe members. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. Episode 10, Rallying the Clan for a Resettlement. Alright, so all three adults carrying babies will have sharpened sticks for the excursion at the end of this. And we'll head out at daybreak after like eating and drinking and that kind of stuff. So the current babies, I intend to be the elders for the next evolution. So these babies getting all mutations from meteorites is important. So that we can have as many genetic mutations as possible. Some will already have mutations. I don't really care. Like, normally when you have babies, they have a 50% chance to get mutations. I'm mostly concerned with I want all of them to have mutations. So it doesn't matter to me that some do already. The only way to pick up new mutations after you're already born is to go to the meteorite. Or a meteorite. The dreams are just art. But a really interesting way to portray passage of time as sleeping. I like it a lot. So, if I'm not mistaken, the meteorite we're heading to over here is the Crocodile Island one. I think. No, it isn't. So that's the... So that area that I just identified here is the Split Waterfall Oasis. So it's actually going to be... Okay, let me try to mark down for your sake where we are exactly. Give me 1 second. I just need to pull up my mapping tool. So the Split Waterfall Oasis is close to a meteorite. So here in the map, it's the red arrow. And then that meteorite to the northeast of it is one that we haven't gone to yet. So we'll head to the Split Waterfall Oasis and then head consequently to the exploration next to the meteorite and then the meteorite itself. So that's the current game plan. And then if I can intimidate an animal on the way, that also satisfies the sort of like current objective, which it could be a warthog or a snake. Doesn't really matter what it is. Oh, perfect opportunity to use a snake literally right here. Done! Now, I'm not yet going to establish a new settlement. A new settlement would be to uproot everyone and then to settle into a different oasis. But I can't have that run parallel to what I'm currently working on, so I'm just going to work on going to the meteorite. Oh, apparently we also got the warthog. Collateral. I mean, it makes sense. We're like 3 adults, all with weapons. That's an entourage. And we just got 2 neurons matured as a result. Fantastic. Ever killed a snake? I don't think I have in this run yet. I'm also going to work on some senses stuff. It also helps with my dopamine levels. We're just intimidating everything. Uh-oh. Wow! We intimidated that cat. I immediately, as soon as I heard it, turned around to go help. But we didn't even need to, which is crazy. Monkey together strong. So you can see the smoke from the meteorite that we're wanting to investigate for both reinforcement points and for mutations. And it's just up ahead. But there should be some new points of interest to discover around here as well. Did the monkey lose a stick in the attack? Good question. Yes. That one did. So as soon as he finishes eating, I will give him mine and make a new one. That was a very brief, what did I just grab? Little panic. What do those snails give me again? They're metabolizing mollusks. But the thing is, I already have that benefit, so it's nothing new to me. You start off being able to metabolize mollusks. So they're a food source. But a yummy one. What are the fangs? The fangs is envenomation protection, like being bit by snake protection. All right. The meteorite strike is just ahead. It's important to note it isn't poison resistance. Poison is something that you would eat to hurt you. So eating a food that you can't metabolize or whatever. Envenomation is different, and confusing the two is a bit of a problem. Because poison would be like me eating meat and it making me sick, which is a totally different stats effect. Okay. The Conquer Fear Circle should be up ahead. I hope. Don't make me climb a mountain for it. That would be awful. Alright, dopamine's getting low, so I'm gonna have to identify stuff to stay with it. My neuron circle is pretty big. We've done a lot on this run. Alright, wants me to go up there, up the tree. Sort of this way? No, that's the blue one. Where's the white one? Should be over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Every now and then, they're kind of hard to spot. And we've got all 6 babies in tow, so here we go. An inspection of the meteorite. So this was the Flat Boulder Meteorite site, and I am going to mark this down on my map. So that purple mark just above my finger there, that is what the meteorite we just found, we just interacted with. The other thing is there is a discovery site adjacent to where we are right now, which I should just do, because we're already here. So I'm trying to figure out where it is. Oh, there it is. Because while I'm here, I might as well just hit that up. Therapeutic medication. Well, pass to generation or swap settlements? I'll probably swap settlements next, before passing. I just didn't want to deviate from the meteorite plan. You know, I feel like the reason I have a priority is if you don't adhere to a priority, sometimes you just get nothing done. And this here is Landmark Great Lake Rock Slide Oasis, which is, if you have Eagle Vision, number 25 on the map here. And if you don't have Eagle Vision, it is the one I just marked down right there. Head home, sleep, and then relocate settlement. I'll just call it settlement. So, about the settlements, the best thing we could do at this point to expand our range is to either go north or east or northeast. The oases are probably the most secure, and I think I'm just going to, for ease of the next meteorite, settle number 24, which is the Great Lake Lakeside Oasis, which is adjacent to a meteorite site. I'm not going to put it to a vote. That's just where I want to go. It makes the most sense. So I'm going to head back home and then sleep and then relocate everyone to Lakeside. And yes, the red circle is the current base. And again, this whole overlay is something not included in the game. That's just me doing streamer things. The game, by design, wants you to, like, discover everything on your own, and it's, you know, not have, like, a map and an overlay, but or even directions. It tells you pretty clearly at the start of the game, we're not going to help you much, good luck. Which I like. I think that's great, to be honest. A hydrate. I don't have any water left. I've been chugging my water on like normal because I got a head cold, so I have a sore throat and I've been coughing. So I'll pretend to drink. Cheers. Or something. Like when I don't allow voting? I like the mix. I like when voting... I like when there's true equal options to leave it to polling. But when there's like one very obvious smart way forward, I'd rather make the decision myself. Sometimes I will... Did I just hear a big cat? Yeah, maybe it's paranoia. Yeah, I will admit sometimes I overpoll, but I'd rather involve you guys if I can. Smoothly incorporate into everything, you know? I swear I hear a big cat, like, stalking us. Now, don't grab the only nasty-looking droop here. I guess that's all the food I needed. I'm not gaining anything from this. You've picked up the mutation gluttony! I didn't mean to fall. Wow, Jesus. My two followers are like, are we sure we want to follow that idiot? I mean, honestly, it got me close at home, so it wasn't terrible. On my energy and stamina was like, yo, that wasn't smart. Cliff Jumper makes it sound like that was intentional. Highland Timber. I think if I was to pick up a trait from that, it was like clumsy cliff falling. I mean, the difference of like being clumsy in parkour is like, oh, hey, look at you. Falling with style, but yeah, I hadn't really intended to fall. Also, to call myself out, I hadn't really planned on not going over the stream either. I like made no attempt not to fall either. I was just like, oh, this will work out, I hope. And called it good. Now looking at my neuronal energy in the bottom right there, I will have a hell of a lot of things to learn after I sleep. So, what to learn? I'm kind of summarizing them up in like broad strokes, but attack, tool, communication, senses, metabolism. I think those are kind of a decent categories of things. Now, as far as the game's concerned, it expects me to have not passed a generation or even evolved yet, because I like did things out of order, for better or for worse. So it's like asking me to pick a new home is a little unnecessary, but I'm going to follow it diligently from here. And there is some communication skills needed or desired for this, which is like some of the communication and group mimicry and building stuff you're going to probably want before resettling anywhere. Because without that, it's going to be kind of a pain. Okay, so we have a rock python over there. Bacon and eggs need to be a viable breakfast. Alright, well, thanks for voting for that, I suppose. And that would be a face of, like, don't eat that. I just hadn't done a food inspection. Did you just eat it anyway, dude? I told you to drop it. So if you're ever, especially at night when it's not clear, if you're ever not sure whether food is safe or not, you can just hold Q and inspect it, and you'll do a food inspection, and it will tell you whether it's safe or not. So that one was obviously fine. And this is just what to learn, not to what to lock in. My next goal is to settle somewhere new, so I won't be passing a generation just yet. Also, my horrid pathfinding skills means that we're out until like 3 in the morning. I'm coming home! There we go. Where's my bed? Oh my god. I'm going over to the bed I built over here. I'm no longer playing bed roulette. Like, no thanks. Alright, I'll probably sleep till like 8 or something. I'll give myself a little extra time. Maybe 9. Yeah. Game was like, you kind of neglected food and water yesterday. It's like, I know. I'll fix it. Just a reminder, you're done when that yellow circle goes green or stops enclosing. The game gives you, you don't have to just guess. It gives you the proper feedback to know when you're done. You just need to know what it means. So if we're to, I'm going to learn stuff just here in a moment. I just wanted to fill up my food and water first. If we're to relocate, that is probably the time when your clan is in the most danger, because you're essentially moving everyone outside of like your home to go travel. So it also requires you to exercise the most care too. So, mostly metabolism and a little tool making. Stuff like that. Alright, got it. Let's do it. Metabolic detoxification. Remission time from intoxication is faster. Alright, so we're going to pick up mammalian food acclimatization. Eat meat. We'll pick up zygote, egg. So, you know, bacon and eggs. And then also prophylactic. So we gain prophylactic defense against food poisoning and injuries longer. So, metabolism. Let's also do some tool making. So we'll pick up controlling strength. And controlling strength is the first neuron I've activated that required a prerequisite genetic mutation. I just want to make that clear. Or actually, that's not true. All of these technically required metabolism, so I take it back. But this, obviously, I could not have gotten if I didn't already have manual dexterity. The success rate of alteration of tools has been increased. So if we take a look, I'm not actually spending these reinforcements. I'm just counting how many new, like, how much I'm missing. So as long as I can unlock 4 more nodes here, we have enough for an effective generation. So let's pick up group unity. Once connected, group intimidation will be more effective against threats. There was some people that wanted me to have like attack-based stuff, so I'm going to do handling and that one I keep trying to use, being able to drop an item when moving, and I keep forgetting I don't have it, and then I have to hold still to drop it, which is why I keep fumbling my hands around. So I might want to just like lock that in, because I keep fooling myself into thinking I have it, because I've picked it up multiple times now. Carrying ability is another handy one. Two-handed carry. Pun unintended. And then bipedal. Alright. We've used up a lot of our neuronal energy. Induced fear and induced fear. Grab one of these. Alright, I am almost out of neuronal energy, but obviously we have more than 12 unlocked neurons that we can then reinforce when we want to. So, cool. Alright, now we are gonna move the settlement. So as I mentioned, we are going to move to Zone 24, or the Great Lake Lakeside Oasis. So it would help to know where that is. Orchard. Cascade. Two Rivers Junction. It's going to be... Big Swamp. So Big Swamp is backwards. Actually, Big Swamp is west. So then this would be north-ish. And let me open up the map so you have points of reference here. So Orchard is on the map. Hang on, I gotta make my map bigger. So Orchard is 14, which is not that far from 24 where we want. So we can start to move towards the Orchard. Where we want to go is somewhere like center screen here. It's just too far away for... actually... Well, it's also kind of near the Father Tree, 13. So yeah, I think heading to the father tree is a good point of reference. So if we want to move everyone to a new zone, holding right mouse and rallying everyone for a everyone expedition is the way to go. Making sure to every single individual that you want to bring is coming with. Now, there's one elder that I don't have right now. There we go. Now everyone's following. So off we go. And yes, 24 is the oasis by the lake. Yes. It just was so far away that I couldn't mark it down. But it's essentially in this direction. So I don't need to mark it down. It's just over here. Now, for reference, none of the elders that we have right now carry genes we to care about. And none of the adults do either, right? Our current adults aren't the genetically modified ones. It's only the babies. So only really the babies need to survive this excursion because they've been subjected to a meteorite evolution. It's not to say that I want to lose them, but just the babies are more important. I should at this point be close enough to identify... Yep, there it is. That's where I want to go. Lakeside Oasis. So when you pick up a bunch of the, like, group intimidation neurons, and also group defense and group of evasion, your chance of traveling together as a group and not losing a lot of people increases a lot. Which is why the group attack and group evade are two of the more advanced neurons that I picked up as fast as possible. Because if you don't, and your group gets attacked by anything, anyone that gets attacked will probably have some sort of timed health condition, whether it be poison or bleed or maybe bone. If it's bone, it's not a big deal because cot is kind of everywhere and bone won't kill you. But if it's a bleed or a poisoning, that needs to be solved quickly. And if you have two or more members that get those conditions, that can be really tough to solve within a tight time period. So it's why the group survival is so important, because the game's going to regularly ask you to... Well, I mean, you could play it safe and just, like, choose not to move and choose not to bring multiple, like, babies to meteorites or whatever, but then your progression speed grinds to a halt. So it really is in your best interest to pick those up early, just for group preservation reasons. Because, like, there's only so much that the, like, player yourself can do. Because you're not always necessarily the individual that gets locked into a quick time event when you get attacked. I thought I saw a cat over there, but maybe not. I think we are in cat territory, though. So I'm going to stop and listen. No, it's just one of us adults. No, I think we're clear. Well, famous last words. One of the other reasons I'm, like, kind of taking it slow is if I speed ahead and, like, I'm making moves that they can't follow easily, then I'm not in a position to help them, but also we can intimidate basically everything except for big cats as we travel in a big group, because, like, no one in their right mind would want to fight, you know, a dozen monkeys armed with sticks. And most of them have sticks right now because they mimicked me. and at least grabbing some sticks. This is going to make me sick, but whatever. Gotta practice the bacon and eggs, right? And as you can see, that symbol isn't green, so I'm not effectively metabolizing it, but I'm also not necessarily suffering the consequences of being ill by it either. So that's one of the advantages to note of the like partial metabolism gains that we've made. So this is the Lakeside Oasis, and in order to settle here, I gotta make a bed. So let's make a bed. Oh, I forgot that we have building Neuron, so I only need 3, not 4. Hold right mouse, and we settle. All right. New objective, identify the jungle's father tree, which is actually just above us. But let me correct the home zone location now. So, if you're following along, the red circle is now where we live. And I picked here because it's next to a meteorite, and it's sort of central to a lot of the new exploration stuff. Evolutionary feat, territorial dominance. Alright, the father tree, I think is this. New objective, past generation. Alright, cool. Well, let's do that. What to lock in? What to reinforce? So I've already, in advance, have prepared my neuronal points. So analgesia. Once connected, will be possible to be shielded against injuries for a longer time. Ooh, I got it. How much more? Okay, I'm basically out of neuronal energy. Oh, we even managed to pick up a new sphere. So here we go. I've got 12 points ready to go. And the plan here is to pass a generation so that all of the babies that have mutations become adults. And then I want those adults to immediately have 6 more kids. And then to go bring those kids over to the island that we live next to pick up 6 more mutations. Because if then we pass another generation, the current babies become elders, and then their children become adults, and then we have 2 generations stacked of elders and adults with 12 mutations within them, which is the best time to evolve. Right? Oh, I lost an adult with 2 kids. They're not at the settlement. You're right. They aren't currently at this settlement. They are somewhere back. Oops. It's not what I meant. Hey, it's Banlish. That monkey's name was Ban. So there's one of the adults with 2 kids. I don't know where the other one went. Well, while you vote on what to lock in, I'm gonna go fetch the one that got lost. No, I didn't mean for them to come with me. I lost him halfway-ish? Yeah. let's go get them. And it looks like we're gonna lock in mostly metabolism with a little bit of tool making once it becomes time. But I'll leave that poll up a little bit longer until I have to resolve it. So in order for us to find the missing, we want to head back towards our previous home, which is like that way. And I'm guessing that we lost them when we went like waterfall jumping or something. Oh, come on, recover stamina. There we go. So our previous home was 8, or the Under the Cliff Oasis. So here we go. That was our last home. Well, we should be able to find the missing somewhere between here and there. Oh, shoot. As I'm looking away, I got attacked. Alright, you know what? You, bad kitty, need to die. And I mean die. Don't you stalk me. You know what? Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, I'll leave that cat there. I'm more interested in making sure that the children are found. That's more important to me than it is to, like, metabolize a cat. God, where did these guys go? They really got lost. Alright, keep going back. Man, this is... I think it'd probably be wise for me to make another proper weapon. Hey, Doc Randall, thank you for the resub. If I kill a creature, how static are they? Oh, we're already done. Damn, that was fast. Other creatures can kill one another, but they don't really eat much. The other critters don't... I wouldn't say they really interact with the environment all that much, apart from, like, occasionally killing one another. For, like, nesting. That kind of thing. They're not... It's not fully developed AI for the, for other species. There you are. Found them. All right. Let's bring you home. No getting lost now. Yeah, of all the individuals to get lost, like, that's the worst. Because it's 3, it's the 2 youngins that have mutations that are important. You know, if it was an elder, I would have just, like, passed the generation and not cared. Ruthless, but like, there's nothing lost if we did that, right? Because our current elders, once they die, whatever mutations they have don't matter. Thank you for tuning in to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow ancestors.